Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the ultimate comparison video where I am talking on three of probably the biggest and most detailed space simulator games out there. And I would have to say each game has its own learning curve. It's difficult to get into these three games. But anyways, yes, I'm going to be talking on Elite Dangerous. Hold on. I got this, I'm trying out this new slideshow feature, Star Citizen, and then last but not least, hold on, X4 Foundations. Now, yes, I have played each of these games. I have put time into each of these games, the latest being Elite Dangerous. I think it was Elite Dangerous, yeah, was the first space sim that I bought out of them all. And then I got into, it was either X4 or Star Citizen afterwards. But I had spent time with X4, and then the last game I had to say that I spent some time with was Star Citizen. But recently I have been playing a little bit more of Elite Dangerous. Now, overall, I'm not saying that Elite Dangerous is a better game. Some may say different. I know people will say with X4, there's a lot of different things you could do in there. And then with Star Citizen, it's like, if I could say anything about Star Citizen, like, I guess the promise that they're trying to keep, it's very promising. I have to say, like, when Star Citizen is fully developed and the, overall, yeah, the developers, they just get their act together, because it's just one of those things where I'm like, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. It should take no 10 to 15 years to develop a video game. So that's why I'm like, if you're kind of iffy about Star Citizen, I can understand why. But I would have to say, yeah, like, price-wise, if you want to save the money, then yeah, get Elite Dangerous. It's funny how, like, I was getting ready to say that's what it showed up on the screen, but yeah, I would recommend getting Elite Dangerous if you're trying to not spend too much money, because Elite Dangerous only has the base game and then their DLC, Odyssey. And then with X4, they got numerous DLCs. And then with Star Citizen, it's more so, I believe it's the spaceships that you're going to be buying, like, because they have, like, different bundles and things that comes along with the game. Meanwhile, with Elite Dangerous and X4, I don't think you have to use your own money to buy the spaceships, but I think in Star Citizen you have to. But I think it's something where I don't think you have to, like, you can use the in-game credit if you wanted to, but I think, yeah, they do have, like, just more, there's no DLCs for Star Citizen, pretty much. It would surprise me if they did have DLCs, because I'd be like, fam, your game's not even out of the pre-alpha stage. You guys should not be worried about DLCs right now. But anyways, so yeah, price-wise, I would say that Elite Dangerous, that's going to be the game where you're going to save the most amount of money. And then, yeah, with X4, it's just, yeah, they got, like, a lot of, like, just different DLCs, and I think it's just more so, like, story content. But from what people have said, you don't have to play the story content. I find stuff like that pointless. Like, I'm not even going to go based on what other people have told me. If you want to play the story, I would have to say each game, the story seems just about the same. Like, it's not something that's, like, a major factor of the game. I have to say the major factor of the game is the exploring around, doing like the side missions, like bounties, or what else, mining, because, like, yeah, pretty much, like, all three of these games do the same exact thing. I think X4 Foundation, they do have it where it's you can build, like, a whole fleet, like, you can, like, manage, like, a whole space station. Like, I would have to say, if it comes down between, like, content wise, again, with the promising content that's that's being promised with Star Citizen, it seems like that game has, I wouldn't say currently right now. I mean, the game, if once you get past the bugs and all that crap, then you could see the content for itself. But yeah, I would have to say Star Citizen, it seems like the game that has the most amount of content. X4, I would have to say fully developed wise. Like, yeah, I have to say that's gonna probably be the game if you're looking for something content wise. X4 seems like it has a lot of content. But and then with Elite Dangerous, it's, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's like you just travel around and you just pretty much do side missions. I wouldn't say overall, though, it's like there's an end point to it. It seems like you could play all three of these games for as long as you want. It seems like, yeah, it's one of those games where it's going to definitely take you some time to get full 100% completion, because, hold on for a second, let me actually see how long will it take to beat Elite Dangerous, because they usually has, like, a statistic thing Beating Elite Dangerous, and they put it in quotations, can take hundreds of hours with estimated ranging from several hundred to over 1,000 hours depending on how much of the galaxy you explore. So then they have like this IGN wiki guides where it says main story, it would take you probably about 134 hours. Main story plus extras, 361 hours. Completion, 901 hours. And then all play styles, 398 hours. So that's Elite Dangerous. Let's see X4 Foundation. X4 Foundations. So main story 35 hours. Oh, so I guess Elite Dangerous has more content. Then main and extras 252 hours, and then completion. That's weird. So main and extras 252 hours, and then completion 161 hours. So maybe it's just like the main story. But anyways, let's see Star Citizen. Star Citizen might be more, but they might not have all that stuff like fully developed, because I imagine, oh dang, actually no, it's more to get completion. So main story 125 hours, main and extras 300 hours, and then completion 1,950 hours. That is insane. But yeah, overall though, it's like these games, they're not small games. So I will say that much about the games. Like when it comes to exploring, I feel like each game is unique in its own way. Like I think Elite Dangerous, they say it's like a full scale size of the Milky Way galaxy. And then X4 Foundation, hold on for a second, how big is the map in X4 Foundation? How big is the map? So game feels like it's about 45 sectors. They don't really, that's how big is the X4 300? No, that's not what I'm looking for. What is the scale? Okay, so there's like X4 has a much smaller scale than many other big space games popular right now, but oh, so I guess it's X4 is smaller. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's really left up to the gamer. I wouldn't say it's like small, like, you know, you can travel to all areas, like kind of like a Grand Theft Auto map almost, like where you could travel from one side of the map to the other side within an hour. I would say like if you're trying to like just go and explore because you're just a fan of space or you just want to like fly around and stuff, I think Elite Dangerous, now hold on for a second, let me talk on that. Elite Dangerous, I think they worry about fuel. Because I did see a TikTok where a girl, she had to like call, I don't know how that works though, because it's like the girl had to like call like a support or like some like gas people within the game. Like I don't know if it was like in-game people or like some actual real life people, but yeah, it's like fuel, that's a thing to worry about in Elite Dangerous. I don't think fuel was a thing to worry about in X4 or Star Citizen, but I definitely will go into, if you're trying to get into X4 or Star Citizen, I definitely will keep that in mind, like, you know, just pay attention to that type of stuff. It's been a minute since I played both games, but yeah, Elite Dangerous, that's a game where it's like you are gonna have to worry about fuel. But anyways, getting back to map size, I think, yeah, if I had to like say Star Citizen, if like just based on all the different times I didn't see content on that game, yeah, I feel like Star Citizen, I don't know if it's bigger than Elite Dangerous, but according to available information, the playable area in Star Citizen is estimated to be around 1 million square kilometers, with sources mentioning a height of around 200,000 kilometers, making it a very large and expansive map compared to most other games. So there's like scale, while not an exact replica of our solar system, the planets in Star Citizen are generally scaled down compared to their real world counterparts, with some estimations suggesting a 1/6 scale for Earth-like planets. Okay, so multiple star system, quantum travel, and yeah, overall though, it's like, yeah, it seems like that Star Citizen, it has its, you know, decent size, but yeah, maybe Elite Dangerous might have the bigger map and things. It's crazy how like it's the cheaper game, but I feel like they got like more to, you know, do in there. But like I said though, it's like there's, because I'm trying to think, they don't really, Elite Dangerous, now that I think about it, they don't really have it where you're focused on the story, at least because I've been playing. So that's actually another thing that I wanted to talk on is like overall like what games have like an offline mode and an online mode. So I know for a fact that Elite Dangerous has a solo play. I think when I was playing X4 Foundation, I don't remember coming across anybody, so I think that is a single player game. Hold on for a second, because I don't think it has like no multiplayer. Yeah, it doesn't have no. So X4 Foundation is a single player game, and Star Citizen, that's the only game where it's like it's online only, and it confuses the life out of me because I'm like, if Elite Dangerous is bigger than Star Citizen, then why isn't there not an offline mode in there? Like, the amount of times where people have gotten on me for asking that question or for recommending that an offline mode should be added into Star Citizen, I'm just going based off of its two competitors. So that's why I'm like, fam, if there's an offline mode in Elite Dangerous and X4 Foundation's a single player, and it's like I wouldn't necessarily say it's the same game, but it's in that same field. Fam, there shouldn't be no problem adding an offline mode into Star Citizen. Because my thing is, people keep saying, oh, Squadron 42 is going to come out. That's going to come out. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, do you think, my thing is this. To somebody that wants to buy the game right now, or if you already own the game, do you think you want to wait until next year when this game's been in development for how many years now? They should have added that a long time ago, alright? If two games done came out where it's roughly around the same, and they're well, I don't know if they are coming out with another update for Elite Dangerous, but I don't know if they got any DLCs planned for X4 Foundation. And, yeah, the game Star Citizen, that's still in early access. So, really, it's like, yeah, content-wise, it's like, yeah, I just, overall, like, getting back to my original point, because I'm jumping the gun, going all over the place. But, it's overall Star Citizen, it needs an offline mode. But, anyways, and I know people will probably be asking that question, like, you know, which one should I overall get? Because all games seem like they're fun. So, if you can, I would recommend starting off with Elite Dangerous first. Elite Dangerous seems like that's the easier game to learn. I will say, though, that the controls is very different compared to X4 Foundation and Star Citizen. It seems like controlling a ship in there, it's going to take some, like, you know, you got to get used to it and things. But, Star Citizen and Elite, or it's Star Citizen and X4 Foundation, because X4 Foundation, they have it where it's like there's like a whole list of a bunch of different tutorial things that you need to learn, and then Star Citizen, like, they do have like a brief tutorial system, but overall though, it's like, yeah, most people when they play these games, they just learn as they play it and stuff. But I would definitely recommend, if you are getting into these games for the first time, like if you've never played a space game before, then yeah, definitely play through the tutorials. But if you played any just flight type game, yeah, like for an example, like Flight Simulator, and I guess like if you do have like the Xbox Game Pass and you kind of just, because I don't know if these games support controller. Let me see if these games support controller. Does Star Citizen have controller support? It should. Check these presets for Star Citizen controller support or create your own. So yeah, it does. So you can change it however you want to, I guess. Hold on for a second. And then Elite Dangerous, because Elite Dangerous, that game actually came out on console. Don't buy it on console. If you're like, oh, I see that Elite Dangerous is on console, no, they don't even do updates to Elite Dangerous on console anymore. So yeah, X4 Foundation and Star Citizen, them two games are not on console. It wouldn't surprise me if one day they did decide to make a console version of them games. But yeah, Elite Dangerous did make its way over the console, but they're not doing any updates to it, so do not buy that game on console. They're not doing, because if you see the Odyssey update on PC, then you're all like, oh, well, they might have that. Check first. But last I checked, they don't have the Odyssey stuff on console. They should add it, but yeah, I don't know what the issue is with that. But it does have controller support. It wouldn't have made no sense if the game didn't when they released it on console. But X4 Foundation supports controller and stuff. Yeah, because I think that game, isn't it Steam verified? Yeah, it's Steam verified. So yeah, you can play X4 Foundations on your Steam Deck. Steam Deck verified, not Steam verified. Of course, it's Steam verified. But anyways, Elite Dangerous, I think it's playable on the Steam Deck. Yeah, it's playable on the Steam Deck. And I know people will probably be all like, well, what about Star Citizen? That, my friend, I don't know. That's something where I'm like, I do have a Steam Deck, and I have a Legion Go and an Asus ROG Ally. So one of these days, I might do a video where I test out how Star Citizen runs on one of those, but I imagine it's going to most likely drain the crap out of the battery, especially on the Acer's ROG Ally. I'm like, there's no way possible that game's gonna, or that console, or not console, but handheld gaming PC is gonna be able to hold Star Citizen played at the same time without being connected. Yeah, you guys gonna think it's New Year's Eve the way that battery is gonna drain. Probably gonna be the same with the Steam Deck and a Legion Go, or Lenovo Legion Go. So, but anyways, if I had to say between these three games, which one should you overall get? I would say start with Elite Dangerous if you're looking for something like relatively easy and stuff. Because I had to say, like, I've had a much more easier experience with Elite Dangerous compared to the other games, X4 Foundations and Star Citizen. But if you're looking for something a little bit more challenging, X4 Foundation will probably be the most challenging game of them all. But if you're looking for something where it's all like, okay, I want like the biggest and baddest game, although it's in early access, Star Citizen, in my opinion, would probably be the biggest and baddest game, you know, because it's just based on the content. It just seems like that they're gonna have a lot of different stuff going on with this game. So yeah, I would I mean, if you want to wait for that to come out, but you're all like, okay, but I want to play a space sim, play Elite Dangerous. Or if you want to, you can play X4 Foundation. I would recommend playing these games at your own risk, because like I said, all three of these games got a steep learning curve. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.